Hello guys, welcome to the Driving and Education channel. Here's a quick tutorial on how to drive in reverse. This skill you must master 100% because it is very important since you will be reversing when getting out of a parking space mostly, but also it is very important that you have good control over your vehicle through this process. This will be in handy since it's part of your practical examination. Many of you find it challenging, having your steering wheel in front and having to look back to reverse. Far and most important factor to know is the proper way of reversing. So I have an adequate technique, which is to put your arm on and over the passenger seat while leaving the other hand on the steering wheel at a 12 o'clock position. Then look over your right shoulder and try to observe everything in an angle of 360 degrees. This doesn't mean you shouldn't look through the mirrors. Now remember, the vehicle must go slowly, always, when reversing, so you can be aware of your surroundings at all times. So it is quite important to use your mirrors as well. Whenever you are ready to reverse, you will slowly release the brake. No need to accelerate for reversing ever. Next important thing is how to move your vehicle towards a certain direction when reversing. I want you to keep in mind that what you're focusing on is the back of the vehicle. That is what you're trying to control. Your gears should be in R, reverse, of course. Then afterwards, you will move your steering wheel as you're backing up slowly. If you want to go left, then you will start moving your steering wheel to the left. If you want to go right, then you will move your steering wheel to the right. The intention of turning when backing up is to be able to position your vehicle properly towards the direction you will be exiting. A lot of people who are learning to drive always have their doubts on which way to move the steering wheel, and this is because they haven't properly and carefully been demonstrated how to do so. Many understand better that if you want to get out of your parking space and you want to go forward towards the left, they simply have to turn their steering wheel contrary to where they want to go. That works too, but it's basically the same thing. There's many people who are unsure what way they have to move their steering wheel when getting out of the parking space. And that is because they haven't seen this from this perspective. So they basically have learned, if I'm going right, I gotta turn the steering wheel to the left and vice versa. It's super important that you understand that when it's on reverse and you start steering your wheel to the left, what will move to the left are the back of your vehicle. So it's the back of your vehicle that is moving left. So the wheels that turn are the front wheels. When you turn your steering wheel to the left, the wheels of the front of your vehicle turns left. When you turn right, they turn right. The only difference is the gears of the vehicle. If it's set on reverse, which is R, or if it's set on D, drive. If I'm on drive, D, and I want to go to the right, I'm going to steer my wheel to the right. Okay, so if I'm going to reverse and I want to go to the left, then I will steer my wheel to the left as well. I know that as a beginner, you might feel very confused at this, but do not worry because as you practice, you will get the hang of it. And it will become easy for you, second nature. The secret of gaining ability when driving is the amount of practice that you get. So it's very important to practice every day if you can behind the steering wheel. Now, one of the last things I want to go over is how to keep straight when reversing. This is quite simple and easy. It's just the same thing as going forward when driving. The only difference is how to control the vehicle and how to move the steering wheel. Okay, so now when reversing, The trick is not to move the steering wheel much if you want to keep going straight and not turn. You need to slowly let go of the brakes and touch the steering wheel very gently and softly. Remember, you're gonna have the same position as I previously told you. You're gonna have your right hand over the passenger seat and behind it, and you're gonna be looking over your shoulder. You're gonna be looking at the mirrors, and you're gonna keep aware of your surroundings at all time. This is very important that you guys keep this in mind, because not only is it gonna be good for your practical examination, because they will be looking at that. You will be having this. You're gonna have to go and reverse your car, and they're gonna ask you, go in a straight line, and you're gonna have to do this. So make sure that you guys have the proper positioning correct, and you don't forget to look at your surroundings at all time. I mean, it's also very important when you're out in the street. You don't want to have an accident. You don't want to accidentally hurt somebody because you didn't look. So make sure you guys keep that in mind, and always look. Okay, guys. So again, you guys need to practice a lot in order to gain the ability to master all of these things. But you can do it if you put time into it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this video really was useful for you. And if it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss more coming videos.